Executive chef Sam Diminich prepares the day's catch at Upstream Restaurant in South Park. He creates dishes using fresh ingredients.
She's a fisherwoman, so she harvests those oysters and those mussels. I found this honest connection with the ingredients. We always start with great ingredients to the technique and how we present it. We can sauce and garnish and then plate. I'll work on something until I'm absolutely connected to it, and then it'll be ready for the dining room.
Getting a table at Upstream has been harder ever since Diminich appeared on the Food Network's Beat Bobby Flay, where he defeated the show's host.
I knew to be on that show and to have an opportunity to win. I didn't go up there to lose. You know what I mean? Did not go up there to lose. That I had to give it my best. And so whenever they announced it, I was very happy. Very, very happy.
The menu features the flavorful lobster risotto, and he makes a lot of it. Diminich comes from 3 generations of cooks. His grandfather started a seafood shack in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Then his family opened Italian restaurants.
We all worked in the restaurants. I started washing dishes, busting tables, and eventually I would cook. And I loved it. I was naturally drawn to it. It was fast paced. We listened to music. Very often we drank beer. Eventually it was a shift beer. It became something else. I always tell people I had access to excess, at a very early age.
It wasn't long before he had a drug and alcohol problem. But that didn't stop him from doing what he loved, cooking.
Cooking has given me everything, for the most part. It's the only thing I ever knew how to do.
He graduated from the Culinary Institute of America and worked at high-end restaurants. But the demon of addiction was never far behind.
Did I cook under the influence? Yeah, I did. Probably for 15 years to some degree. It was not uncommon.
Working in a restaurant is a highly stressful job. It also includes long, late-night hours, and sometimes that can lead to substance and alcohol abuse.
That was the narrative. That was everybody's badge of honor. Work as hard as you can, play as hard as you can, repeat, right? But as we've all learned, we've lost a lot of good people. That's unsustainable.
How common is it? It's very, very common. Probably more common than you would think.
A recent national survey on drug use and health indicates workers in the hotel and food industry have one of the highest rates of substance use. When Diminich hit rock bottom, his marriage failed. He lost touch with his children, and he lived on the streets of Charlotte for almost 1 year.
It had been a few months since I had seen my dad. Been like maybe 6 months, yeah, around that. I saw him at a gas station, and I was like, Mom, that's Dad. It's just weird to see him like that.
It's a low bottom story, it really is. But that was, what has to be said is that was a consequence of my actions, right? That's on me, and the decisions I made. And so it's not like I didn't have any place to go.
His life took a dramatic turn when he entered a long-term treatment program.
When I was ready to make an attempt to change my life, people were waiting on me, with open arms, no judgment, no strings attached. So what we're gonna do, so we seared the fish.
Diminich landed gigs at good restaurants, even TV shows. In 2018, Upstream Restaurant named him executive chef.
So you're gonna take it to the table, present it, and then remove the cloche, and then do a tableside pour.
It's always at a 10. It pumps people up, gets people motivated, so it's fun, it's exciting.
Now, he's paying it forward. He shares his story during a weekly support group for people in the food and beverage industry called Ben's Friends, named for a chef who committed suicide after struggling with addiction.
I'm a recovered person who cooks for a living, and so that's my priority. Recovery has been my priority, and then my family, my children, and then of course cooking. The life I have now is amazing, but I don't think I would have been able to experience what I'm experiencing now had I not gone through what I've gone through.
I know he's been through a lot and it was really hard, but the place where he recovered, we went there to visit for the first time and it was awesome.
I'm extremely thankful. There's no other way to put it. Watching someone you love go from the very bottom to very top of their career is just so cool. And it makes you very happy because that's my dad.
Literally waking up every single day, you know what I mean? And still being recovered, from addiction and alcoholism. It brings me joy every morning.
And it's joy that he brings to each dish every night. For Carolina Impact, I'm Sheila Saints reporting.